You guys, listen to this. Tana Mongeau claims she's entering her so-called brand-safe era. She wants to wash off years of being messy, wild, and reckless, the whole canceled persona. But just as she's trying to clean up her image, guess who resurfaces? Michael Weiss. Yes, the infamous Tanacon guy. And suddenly, he's speaking out about the disaster again. Can you even imagine what must be going through Tana's head right now? We're diving into everything Michael has said online.
We're trauma bonded for life, her and I. You know what I mean? Like, just like, and we've already started to get to kind of like be friends and like be normal and like just feel better and like
not have to do the podcast.
Yeah, she's moving near me and like I'm happy about it. Like if you told us like that we would feel this way, I think neither of us would have like believed you, you know?
Yeah. And at the same time, Canceled is officially winding down. Tana herself has been opening up about what the ending means for her and Brooke. She even admitted the show's finale has strangely brought her and Brooke closer as friends. With the cameras off, they finally get to just be friends. And apparently, they're happier than ever about it. Tana's brand-safe image didn't happen overnight. She stopped discussing messy topics on Canceled, actively avoiding drama. Instead, she focused on leveling up her career, scoring a massive...
I am the type of person that like when things are coming to an end, like I still have that little girl in me who is like scared to like go back to the way that life once was. Like I've always said my biggest drive of like my biggest motivation is fear. You know what I mean? And I think with Canceled ending, even though like obviously Brooke and I are so happy and excited for the future, and that's a huge thing, I think that having this thing that theoretically like was comfortable and was a huge source of income and like was just, you know what I mean? Like walking away from that, like does incite a level of fear. You feel like you're jumping into the ocean and you have to swim. And so Tart was like perfect for me. It was this perfect like almost not distraction, but like thing to like make me. And I noticed that I build my whole schedule up so insane and fill it up so insane to not like be to distract myself from the fear, I guess, right?
Collab with Tarte, launching not just on their website, but on Ulta shelves too. She even confessed to Trisha that she poured every ounce of energy into that collab just to numb herself from the pain of Canceled ending. But once the launch was over, the reality came crashing back. She admitted spiraling, panicking over what life without Canceled would look like. Commenters pointed out, if Tana feels this lost without the show, imagine Brooke, who was only really known for Canceled. Sure,
feels really good. It feels weird. I don't think I've ever left anything on a high note like in my life, and it's felt really weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's against like who I am internally, but like I'm very happy, and like we have to remember the reasons why we want to move forward. And I saw this TikTok last night that was just like me going straight into it. Let me just like shut up. But just like talking about how you're supposed to feel uncomfortable in periods of your life when big changes are happening, and you know what I mean? That's how you change and that's how you grow, is you feel uncomfortable. And that's what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? And just, I don't know.
She's built her own platform now, but back then, Tana at least had multiple streams. Brooke didn't. Later, Tana sat with Trisha and reframed it. Maybe being uncomfortable was actually a good thing. But here's the twist. The past refuses to leave Tana alone. Not only is she cringing over what she and Brooke once said on old episodes, she's being dragged into the spotlight again, thanks to Michael Weiss. Yes, he's back. He's on TikTok, bringing up Tanacon like it just happened yesterday. And the wildest part? Some of the comments literally read, "What's Tanacon? What happened?" For those of you who weren't there, let me break it down. Tanacon was Tana's revenge convention. She was 19, furious at VidCon for not giving her creator status. So she staged her own con. She hyped it up as cheap creator-led with insane perks, short lines, guaranteed meet and greets, and goodie bags supposedly worth over $1,000. What actually happened? Absolute chaos.
Oh my God, I'm gonna lose everything. This is craziness. I was really just trying my best, right, to like help Tana and to help all of our dreams come true. And the creators were having a great time, really. Everyone was having a fantastic experience at the event. On the back end, on the front end, chaos, right? But all the creators were like, this is the best thing ever. We ended up having a creator party still. At that point, I had like already canceled the event, and I was like, yeah, I've lost everything. As soon as the event was over, I fly immediately because I've already realized that like I have to refund $750,000 of ticket sales and sponsorships, everything else. And I realized that I need to fly home and start putting things in order because I'm like losing everything. So I fly home and everyone's calling me, credit card companies are calling me, you need to make payments, you need to make payments. I have literally leveraged every ounce of cash and credit I had on that event, thinking that it's gonna go great, it's gonna be a massive success, Tana's gonna love me, everyone's gonna see how great of a job I did, everyone's gonna think I'm amazing and they're gonna love me for my performance and how great I am at this and blah, blah, blah. Everyone was just riding my coattails and letting me take all the risk and letting me lead because if I took the failure, it was easier than them, right? Which Tana eventually just threw me under the bus for the same reason. It was easier to throw me under the us didn't address her own accountability that like this was her event, I was doing this for her, etc. And she's monetized off of it immensely. Anyways, I start calling, I guess, around Nashville and my hometown, and I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Credit card companies are calling me, I can't make payments. I've spent all the money on this event, and I went all in on Tana's dream and my dream, and it didn't.
Thousands of teens showed up, most with free tickets, yet the venue could barely hold a few thousand safely.
You know, every single time that I post about Tanacon, something that was deeply traumatic to me, it is healing. Because I'm releasing a piece of it, right? I'm like showing a piece of my subconscious belief that I'm wrong, that I'm evil. Every time I open social media, I used to be met with, well, still am, lots of hate comments and darkness and evil. And so every time I say something about Tanacon, post it or whatever, I'm literally sharing my trauma, and therefore it's being witnessed, and therefore I can release it. In esoteric teachings, they teach you that your trauma must be witnessed by 5 people before you can release it. Well, social media is way more than 5. And so every single time I post about it, it weighs me down a little bit less. Because why? I get to share my narrative, my story, in my position, and release what I think people are going to think about it, or people are going to, or what I think people are going to think about me.
The rest trapped outside in brutal heat, hours in line, sunburns, people passing out. It spiraled into a health emergency. Inside wasn't much better. Zero programming, empty promises, and those luxury goodie bags.
I'm the guy from Tanacon. Yep. And it's taken me a very long time to have the strength to record a video like this, but I wanted to talk about my trauma and my experience from what happened. After Tanacon happened, I got diagnosed with PTSD, and I became very, very, very depressed. After Tanacon happened, I lost my house, I lost my car, I lost my friends, I lost my business, I filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and I lost myself, frankly. And I'm finally starting to feel like myself again, many, many years later, and get my health back. But I wanted to say, first off, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everyone who was there to meet Tana or Shane or Bella or any other creator. I let you down. I know that, but the response that I received was not equivalent in value.
Stickers, condoms, that's it. By the end of day 1, the entire event was shut down. It instantly became one of YouTube's most legendary disasters. Behind the curtain, the blame game started.
I was nearly destroyed. I mean, I was destroyed. I completely lost myself. I became addicted to and spiraled into darkness for so many years that I nearly all because the internet told me that I wasn't worthy of being alive. All because of cancel culture. All because of Tanacon. And I expected Tana at some point to try to make the situation right or give me some reprieve. She didn't, which ultimately made me a stronger human being. It forced me to pick myself up and not allow anyone to tell me how to live my life, because I became so sick of the person that I was. I looked in the mirror one day and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna die after being on an Adderall binge for so many years, and decided to make changes in my life. I then lost 80 pounds and I'm slowly learning to heal and rediscover myself. And part of that journey is sharing my trauma on the internet and using the internet as a tool of healing, because I hid myself so long from the world.
Tana had partnered with 21-year-old Michael Weiss, CEO of Good Times Entertainment. He handled ticketing, venues, logistics, but when everything imploded, they both pointed fingers. Michael claimed Tana's side oversold. Tana claimed Michael botched logistics. The scandal blew up so big, Shane Dawson swooped in with a docuseries that practically salvaged Tana's career. She cried on camera, framed herself as betrayed, and audiences bought it. Michael, on the other hand, he came off defensive, refusing to take accountability. His reputation? Shattered. He tried to rebrand. Tried even hinting at a Tanacon too, but nope. He never escaped the shadow of Tanacon. To this day, he's the Segway guy. And now, years later, he's back online saying Tanacon destroyed his life. He's posted TikToks claiming the backlash traumatized him, ruined everything, even pushed him to the edge of ending it all. But in between the self-pity, he tries apologizing. He says he leveraged every dollar, every ounce of credit for Tana's dream. That while creators partied, he alone was drowning. Creditors hounded him. And then, Tana threw him him under the bus. His words, she monetized Tanacon. I lost everything. He insists every time he posts about it, it's healing. That social media witnessing his trauma helps him release it, but people aren't buying it. The comments are brutal. You endangered real people. Apology not accepted. Others are like, own your role. You were 22. You failed. That's fine, but stop dodging accountability. Meanwhile, Tana's silence is deafening. If this were the old canceled era, she'd be eating this drama alive. But now, she's brand safe, clean, quiet. Still, it's wild that Michael Weiss has managed to drag the ghost of Tanacon back into 2025. So that's the chaos swirling in Tana's world. Her rebrand, the end of canceled, Brooke and her new real friendship, and Michael Weiss reopening a wound the internet can't forget. What do you guys think? Is Tana finally escaping her messy era, or is the ghost of Tanacon here to haunt her forever? Let me know in the comments. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.